All right, Tigers, here we go. Hopefully, Econ, Tuesday, 3:24. Let's go over the warm-up to see what came of it. Looking at the responses, most everybody got the question right. There were a couple of them that were correct, so I just want to make sure we're good about this. Kona. It's a recycling guy. See all the fun at the household, in the Tengowski household right now? Okay, so question one said something along the lines of, oh, look, there I am, LOL dolls. How many LOL dolls are demanded when the price is $20? All right, so look, when the price is $20, so here's the price right here. So all you do is you come all the way over, run into the demand curve, and then come down to 300. Yeah, it's not 100, it's not 200, it's 300. So at $20, make that counterpoint right there. Two of you got that incorrect. So just to go over that point throughout. The next question was how many LOL dolls are demanded when the price is $40? Okay, starting here, boom, down. That answer was 100, and everybody that submitted the form got that correct. Question 3, how many Hershey bars are demanded at $1.50? Okay, how many Hershey bars are demanded at $1.50? So if you come over here, find $1.50, there's our market demand of 14. Correct, very good. At what price is the quantity demanded of Hershey bars? 26. Find that, come back over at 75 cents, very good. And then lastly, define and describe the law of demand for me in terms of price and quantity demanded. So that leads us into our lesson for today. So when you look at where we want to be today in terms of our lesson, here we are right now. So yesterday we talked about the law of demand. So quick little reminder of where we are in the law of demand. Let's go right here. As price goes up, quantity demanded goes down. And as price goes down, quantity demanded goes up, right? So one of the things that we want to make sure we have here, guys, is an understanding about what happens in the law of demand. So there are three main things that cause the law of demand to be sort of shaped that way. The substitution effect, the income effect, and diminishing marginal utility. And we'll get into diminishing marginal utility a little bit more tomorrow, sort of focus on that issue. But here's our demand graph right here. Okay, I violated my own rule. I can't believe it. There it is, right? Okay, so at P1, okay, we demand Q1 of goods, right? So I can come over here and maybe I'll just put a little dot here. I find a different color here. There's a little dot. And at P2, come over here and you demand Q2 worth of goods. So I put a little dot right there. So when there's a change in price, when price goes down, okay, from P1 to P2, quantity is going to increase from Q1 to Q2, okay, and vice versa. As price goes up from P2 to P1, quantity will then go down from Q2 to Q1. I hope that makes sense in that point. So let's make sure we understand how this works going forward here, okay? So if the price increases for a product, okay, consumers will then buy less of that product and more of a substitute product. So an example of this, guys, is real simple. Okay, Pepsi and Coke, right? When you go to Giant Eagle or a grocery store, you'll see a soft drink on sale of some kind or the other. Okay, something that has a substitute, people will jump into. Okay? It doesn't really matter at that point. You know, if Tostitos are on sale, people will buy that. If the Giant Eagle brand of tortilla chips are on sale, people will buy that. So typically when there's a price change in some way, shape, or form, consumers will buy less of something and more of something else. Okay? There has been a bit of a shortage on toilet paper going forward, right? So I don't know if anybody's seen this or not, okay? But I have the Presto coming, right? I've never had Presto toilet paper before, but it's coming, right? It's coming Wednesday. Well, we go till then, but hopefully, right? So when you see, okay, this example, it's people substitute freely. Now there's something, like for instance, I will not buy I will not buy Hunt's ketchup. Even if there's ketchup on sale at Aldi, wherever, I'm not buying it. It's got to be Heinz. So for a majority of Americans, the substitution effect works. Okay. The second one, guys, is this idea of the income effect. Okay. So what happens is that if the price, okay, of a product decreases, the purchasing power increases for consumers, meaning they are able to buy more. And you see this sometimes, guys, when things go on sale, where it says, oh, this product is now $1 if you buy 10 of them. So what happens is you take 10 of your dollars, right? Okay, for 10 products, and you're getting more than you normally would if you didn't buy in bulk at that point. It just makes people feel richer at that point. Okay? And the last one is this, guys, of this satisfaction. The stones were supposed to come, and now they're not. But anyways, the law of diminishing marginal utility is this idea of satisfaction. So we want to think about utility as satisfaction. The two of them are synonymous. And the other word that we really should start putting at this point here, and I'll just add it in right now, okay, is benefit. Okay, so we slide it up there. Okay, we buy goods because we get a utility or a benefit from them. The law of diminishing marginal utility states that as you consume more units of any good, the additional satisfaction from each additional unit will eventually start to, ready, decrease. Okay? You just get less benefit from the more and more you have of something. In other words, the more you buy of a good, the less benefit you receive from it. Okay? And so the question I want to ask you guys is, can you think of a good example of diminishing marginal utility? Right? Is there one way that you can go through and find something that the more and more you have of something, the less and less you need of it? I had a former student of mine who she had 31 pairs of jeans. And I asked her, I said, well, what do you have 31 pairs of jeans for? She said, so I don't wear the same pair every month. Or in a month, excuse me. I said, well, why don't you have 32 pairs? She said, well, that would just be stupid. For her, it made sense. You know, a number of people only have 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of jeans. Okay? You rarely see people with more than 4 cars in a driveway. I doubt you'll see people with 10 cars in a driveway. Right? So the more and more you have of something, the less and less benefit you receive from it. Okay? So as that fell into place, let's make sure that we have this. I know you worked this before. Let's make sure we have it. Remember, total utility is the additional benefit. Remember, when we looked at our graph, okay, a couple slides ago, let's go back to see if we have that graph. There it is right there. Then our total utility graph just kept climbing up. Marginal utility goes up, and then it spikes, right? So when you come back to here, right, click on here, okay, what's the difference in the 0 goods and 0 utility? 1 good gives us 60 utility. This is polo shirt, so it's a fine polo shirt, right? Fine polo shirt, right? The difference between these two numbers is 60. The difference between these two numbers is 40. And I like these little carrots here because they help me figure out what they are. So there's 30 and 20 and 15 and 10. You guys will realize that 6th polo shirt probably doesn't get worn a lot in, it's just sort of sitting there in your closet. And this is number of steaks, that's 15 and 14. Remember the difference between these two numbers, 65 and 78, difference is 13, and those two is 12, okay? So make sure you're able to calculate the marginal utility or the additional benefit, also known as the marginal benefit. The marginal benefit, which we're using here in the next couple of days. So we'll do a little bit more review on Wednesday. Mr. Jewell has put together a warm-up that I want you guys to finish. Note, only 37 people have finished the warm-up for March 23rd. I have more than 37 people in class. You know who you are. Okay. Like I said, be safe. We're going to get through more of this as it goes on. But I wish you nothing but the best. Go Tigers.